Fantasy movies have the power to transport us to magical worlds filled with daring heroes, mythical creatures, and epic adventures. And while The Lord of the Rings might be the crown jewel of the genre, there are so many other incredible fantasy films that deserve their time in the spotlight. So today, I'm counting down my top picks for the best fantasy movies that aren't The Lord of the Rings. Before we get started, don't forget to leave a like on this video and hit subscribe if you love exploring magical movies as much as I do. Alright, let's dive in. 5. Kubo and the Two Strings. This visually stunning stop-motion masterpiece tells the story of Kubo, a young boy on a journey to uncover the truth about his family while battling magical forces. With its gorgeous animation, deeply emotional themes of family and loss, and epic storytelling, Kubo feels like a modern-day fairy tale. It's a feast for the eyes and the heart, and it's impossible not to root for Kubo and his friends along the way. 4. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This film perfectly captures the wonder of stepping into an enchanted, magical world. Filled with talking animals, epic battles, and a powerful message of hope and sacrifice, C.S. Lewis's beloved story comes to life in this timeless adaptation. It's a must-watch for fans of classic fantasy adventures and a journey that never fails to inspire. 3. Pan's Labyrinth. Written and directed by Guillermo del Toro, this hauntingly beautiful film masterfully blends dark fantasy with real-world tragedy. The story follows Ophelia, a young girl who discovers a mythical labyrinth while grappling with the horrors of post-Civil War Spain. With unforgettable creatures, stunning visuals, and profound themes of courage and innocence, Pan's Labyrinth is a film that stays with you long after the credits roll. It's a darker take on the fantasy genre, but one that is undeniably magical. 2. Princess Mononoke. Directed by Hayao Miyazaki, this film is an absolute masterpiece that takes us deep into a world where humans and nature collide in a battle for survival. It's a story of gods, demons, and warriors, with breathtaking animation and a complex narrative that asks us to reconsider our relationship with the natural world. This is fantasy storytelling at its absolute best. Bold, thought-provoking, and unforgettable. Before we get to number 1, here are a few other films that just missed my list, but still deserve their time in the spotlight. The Never-Ending Story, a tale of imagination and adventure that's been inspiring dreamers for decades. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, one of the best films in the series with its darker tone and time travel twist. Stardust, a charming, magical romance that's as whimsical as it is adventurous. Each of these movies is an absolute gem, and absolutely worth a watch if you haven't seen them already. And now, my number 1 fantasy film that isn't The Lord of the Rings, and it just so happens to be my favorite film of all time, The Princess Bride. Written by William Goldman and directed by Rob Reiner, this film is the ultimate blend of fantasy, comedy, and romance. Packed with iconic lines, unforgettable characters, and a charm that's completely unmatched. It pulls you in with its swashbuckling adventure, gets you laughing with its hilarious banter, and tugs at your heart with its true love story. The Princess Bride is the perfect fantasy film for every kind of fan. It's endlessly quotable, timelessly entertaining, and to put it simply, it is completely inconceivable to leave it off this list. So there you have it. My picks for the best fantasy movies that aren't The Lord of the Rings. Do you agree with my list? What are your favorite fantasy movies that aren't The Lord of the Rings? Let me know in the comments. And if you're a fan of fantasy adventures, be sure to stay tuned for an exciting story of my own that's coming your way soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.